Greetings, this is a Crunchy Fair, and sorry for my month away from YouTube. I was just trying to relax because it was getting close to the holidays, and school stuff was packing on a bit of stress, so I had to take a break from YouTube for a bit so I could focus on that. But I'm back now, and today I'll be doing a what if that I had planned to do and was requested. So today, this will be what if female deku was Daki, part 1. So, I don't remember the YouTube guidelines that well, though I do remember. I'm not sure if I can show Daki in her normal uniform, so I'll just use this for now, and if you guys can find in the comments, say in the comments that it is allowed for me to use the other images, then I shall do so. But for now, we'll just be sticking with this, or this, or something like this. So, a few rules for this round things I'm going to set up for this universe. 1, Gyutaro does exist will be in this one as well. Gyutaro will be her brother, older brother, just like in the manga. Now, I haven't seen the 2 of the anime yet, so try not to leave any spoilers in there. So anyway, without further ado, let us begin. So Izumi, I'll use Ume. Yeah, I'll use Ume. So that'll be Deku's name in this one. Her name will be Ume. Will be born into a poor family, just like in Daki's backstory. In the manga, as she will have an older brother named Gyutaro. Here's the boy. You're welcome. So anyway, Ume would be born with the daikon radish hair color pattern that you see here, and just like in the manga or anime, Daki was quite beautiful as she was growing up. And as she was growing up, Gyutaro was always protecting her. As some older brothers do with her younger sisters or siblings. I don't know much about that. Anyways, Ume would be playing in the playground with her best friend Katsuki. And no, this will not be the ship. And if I see any Deku ships in there, I probably will not do anything with them because the ship never really made sense to me. Now you guys can enjoy your own ships, just as the Deku ships never made sense to me whatsoever. Anyway, continuing. So, Ume would be playing with her best friend, Katsuki, as Bakugo is quite excited because tomorrow is his birthday and he will be getting his quirk examined. Now, I'll say that Ume was born in I'll say she was born in November. Yeah, she was born on November 13th. Right, because I don't know Ume's actual birthday because her Wikipedia page doesn't really give an exact birthday, only gives us her age. So, anyway, continuing. So Ume would continue growing up as she would then get her quirk to manifest, which would manifest in these patterns on her face and the number 6, this kanji for upper 6, being in her eye, just like her older brother. But she can switch this on and off. But and for her brother, it's permanent. Now her quirk is called Blood Demon Sash. I don't know what her Blood Demon Art actually calls them. I'm just gonna call it Blood Demon Sash. Now I'm not gonna do quirk doctor because a lot of you did find that stupid, so I'm just gonna say it here. Basically, her quirk allows her to do the same stuff as Daki can do. So, i.e., like stretch herself out, while using the sash to make herself harder to cut, and be able to trap people inside her sash. Anyway, continuing on. So, once Ume turns 16 years old, so Yue will be at college. So once Ume turns 16 years old, she basically becomes a model. And as soon as the first few photos of her came out in the magazine, I'll say it was some modeling magazine. You guys can think of one, because I don't. And she immediately became very popular around the world. Everybody knew her from those photos, which caused her to become more popular, to becoming the most popular model on the planet. As people were amazed by how beautiful she was. And give me a sec. And she did go to school as an average person would, but like a prestigious school, because due to the money coming in from Daki's modeling career, they could afford to send them to quite high-end schools. So I'll say they went to the same school that Ida went to. And since Daki and Gyutaro were very close, people thought that they were dating, but they both came out and said that they were both siblings. As everybody was quite weirded out by this, because they thought that they were dating. So, and another thing to do with their quirks, that Gyutaro can merge into Daki's body at will. So they usually do that when Daki is going out alone or going out on a date. And a lot of guys had asked her out on a date, but the only reason why they asked her out was because she was quite beautiful. Because she was beautiful, and they didn't bother to learn about her personality. So a lot of those relationships did not last whatsoever. I'd say those relationships lasted about a month, if they were lucky. As Ume and Gyutaro would talk to each other as well, and could do sibling bonding. And one day, Gyutaro decides to apply for the hero course at UA. I think I said Gyutaro. It was Gyutaro who decided to apply, due to him being older than Ume. And with him having a powerful quirk, which was basically just his blood demon art in the manga and the anime, he got in fairly easily, and was actually one of the best performing students in his class. Now, I'm sorry if there isn't dialogue in this part, because I cannot think of any, because I just got back to doing this. So, Daki would also hang out with Bakugo a bit, because since Ume had gotten a quirk in this timeline, since Deku got a quirk in this timeline, they are still friends. So Ume would hang out with Bakugo a bit and be quite friendly and talk to him about some stuff. And eventually Bakugo would say that on sorry about that. So Ume suggested that since she also wanted to be a hero, that they would train together to improve their quirks. And Bakugo would agree to this, and sorry if I'm speaking so quietly, it's because I had to change rooms. Anyway, so they would both train their quirks as they would both become pretty strong. As Ume would also talk to her brother and usually help him whenever she could. As Ume and Bakugo would prepare. Oh wait, actually, we get to the end of middle school as the teacher would say the people who were headed to UA, and those were Tenya Ida and Ume. Hold on. As the teacher would also say that Ume was trying out for UA as well. As a lot of the guys in class would say that she shouldn't try to become a hero because she might get hurt. As Ume would say, as a lot of them would say, let us become heroes so we can protect you. As Ume would say, first of all, I am physically stronger than all of you put together. Secondly, if I were to get hurt, I could just do this. As she turns part of her arm into the sash-like material. As she'd say. So if anybody is to worry about getting hurt, it's you guys. As everybody would look down, shame themselves for what they did, as the end of the day would come about with Ume headed home. Now some of you might be wondering, hey, how am I going to incorporate Ume's fear of fire into this? And this is how I'll incorporate it. So, as Ume was headed home, she noticed a lot of emergency response vehicles were outside of her house. As she would look up and see a massive plume of black smoke arising from the house. As Ume would realize that her mother was in there, and I'm not going to say that her mother was Inko. So don't worry, you guys, in case you thought that it was Inko. Don't worry, it's not. So Ume basically runs in to the burning building trying to save her mother, where she found her mother had already passed away from the smoke inhalation. As when Ume tried to escape, she realized that her way out was blocked off, as the fire would begin to start burning her. As she would literally scream out in pain, as Gyutar was headed home at the same time as he'd run in and save her. As Ume would basically be, well, shaking. Would basically be in sort of like a coma, knocked out. Sorry about that. Yes, she'd be knocked out and would wake up a few days later with Yutaro by her bedside, as she would ask Yutaro, what happened and where am I? As Yutaro would say that she had passed out due to the amount of stress that was put on her body, and that she is in the hospital right now for recovery. As Ume would notice a lit candle, as she would start basically hyperventilating and freaking out. As Gyutaro would realize this, as he would immediately put the candle out and basically hug Ume, saying that it was going to be okay, that she doesn't need to be afraid anymore. And that is where I'm going to end this part off. I do hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you all hopefully next time.